So Linda, thank you so much. I'm truly honored to receive this recognition, and I'm very humbled as well. So thank you for honoring me in the top 25.
Absolutely, you're welcome. We're so happy to have you in this class.
So my background is basically a little bit of government and public affairs. I've been with PSE&G for 5 years, but before I worked for PSE&G, I was on the other side of the table as a regulator with the state of New Jersey for almost 9.5 years.
Okay, so you've had a long journey in this world. What would you say has been one of your biggest challenges to overcome?
So I think when you work in fields like regulated utilities and also in politics, these are very male-dominated areas. And so when you're one of the one or two women in the room, you've got to kind of learn to be comfortable with that, and you've got to pick your spots. And you've got to learn how to be your biggest cheerleader without seeming a little too full of yourself as well.
Right, that's an interesting balance, right? And I know that that's sort of what our platform represents, is the importance of raising the visibility platform for women in general, but it's also not in our comfort zone.
Exactly.
So have you used any mindset strategies to sort of lift yourself up and to make yourself seem unapologetically aggressive?
It's funny you use the word unapologetically because I find that I'm always thinking, do not start with I'm sorry, do not end with I'm sorry. I do think it's something that as women we do naturally try to work into our dialogue.
We do, that's a good point. I like that tip.
Yeah, so that's one thing. I'm also always mindful of crossing my arms because I don't want to seem defensive. So I'm just very cognizant of my body language. I think it's something that as women maybe we're not realizing that our male counterparts pick up on, but I've learned that they are watching.
You know what? 90% of all communication is nonverbal.
True.
And I couldn't agree with you more. And you're right, we always do seem to apologize for almost anything and everything. Like, oh, I'm so sorry about that. I missed the call. Whatever it is.
Yeah.
So I like that input. Thank you. I'm going to be a little bit more aware of that myself. So let me go into what's the favorite part of your job and your career so far?
So I have to tell you, when I was offered this job, I was a little apprehensive because I had grown up with a very centered, commitment to giving back to my community, and I really felt like when I worked on Capitol Hill and also when I worked at the state that I was doing what I was meant to do, which was to just, be a contributor and help society. But what I quickly learned is that public service is not just a utility, right? Public service is a company that helps people every day. We actually, our name is public service, and it's for a good reason, because we're not just making profits, we're trying to change people's lives, we're trying to change the environment, and we're really very centered on giving back to our local communities. And that's the thing I love the most, is that every day I can help a person, I can help a town, and it is really rewarding. And so I was very pleased. I know I made the right decision.
Well, we know that you're making an impact in a lot of different ways. A, by your being a great example and role model, but B, PSE&G is lead sponsor of Leading Women Entrepreneurs recognition event. So they are clearly a champion for women, and they clearly also value leadership and diversity and all of the valuable things right now that are mainstream conversations that big public companies should. So
thank you.
So
we try
appreciate
hard.
that.
Thank you.
So I'm totally interested in learning. You're a mother of 3. You have 6-year-old twins and another little one. What are some of, and you have a full career. So talk to me about some of your time hacking secrets or tips that you can share with me, because I think this is really a part of how we can all, make life easier for one another.
So, I take advice from my friends, and a very good friend of mine told me a long time ago, if you can, outsource it. And so that's what I do, right? I'm an Amazon Prime junkie.
Okay.
And, I get my house cleaned by someone. I send my laundry out,
that's a good one.
If I can beg someone to carpool, I will. But I do try to steal back that 15, 20 minutes from wherever I can, because I want that time to drop my kids off in the morning and pick them up and hear about their day. And, you know, I am still guilty of being on the computer at 10 o'clock at night, but
Yeah.
after they've gone to bed, so.
Right, I know. We all have to kind of make the most out of every minute, especially as career women and mothers, and you're obviously doing something really well, so.
Doesn't feel like that though, does it?
Yeah, I know. Inside we have this like voices going on still, so we're going to work on that together, on how to stop the subtle self-sabotage and
Exactly,
join as a community
exactly.
and lift each other up personally and professionally. So we just can't wait to celebrate you on October 21st, and hope you can join us on November 14th. And congratulations again. We're thrilled to have you in this class.
Well, thank you, Linda. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Wonderful.
Congratulations.
Thank you.